So we will move on to our next topic of super elevation. When a train moves around a curve, it is subjected to a centrifugal force acting horizontally at the center of gravity of each vehicle. So this we are going to show you how the centrifugal forces act. I'll show you in the upcoming derivation. So when a train moves around a curve, it is subjected to a centrifugal force acting horizontally at the center of gravity of each vehicle, radially away from the center of the curve. This increases the weight on the outer rail. To counteract the effect of centrifugal force, the level of the outer rail is raised. The level of outer rail is raised above the inner rail by a certain amount to introduce the centripetal force. This raised elevation of outer rail above the inner rail at a horizontal curve is called as a super elevation. So moving on, what is the purpose of providing super elevation? What is the objective of providing a super elevation? So we will look into that concept, that is to introduce the centripetal force for counteracting the effect of centrifugal force. This will result in the faster movement of trains on curves. This will also prevent the derailment and reduces the side wear and creep of rails, right? Wear, creep of rails, all these concepts, centrifugal, centripetal force, these things we have already studied. We don't have to discuss about this for longer time periods. So the second point is, what is the second objective is to provide the equal distribution of wheel load on two rails, so that there is no tendency of the track to move out of position due to more load on outer rails. This reduces the wear of rails equipment and results in the saving in maintenance cost. So wear and tear of the railway equipments are reduced by providing the super elevation. So thus the maintenance cost is also reduced. The third point is to provide an even and smooth running track to ensure comfortable ride to passengers and safe movement of goods. This is the third purpose of providing the super elevation on a track. So this is about super elevations. Next we will move on to our next type of derivation, which will give the relationship between the super elevation, the gauge, and the speed and the radius of the curve. We have to look upon the relationship between super elevation, gauge, speed, and radius of the curve. There is a derivation regarding this. In next slide we will look upon this derivation.